Imagine this. It's Thursday night. You're sipping coffee or wine, depending on how the week went. You open your laptop just to check something. And then you realize you don't have to work tomorrow because Friday doesn't exist. Welcome to the 4-day work week, the dream schedule that's making millions of workers happier and managers slightly terrified. But here's the question. Is it actually productive, or are we all just collectively gaslighting capitalism? Today, we're going to pull apart the truth and the hype behind the 4-day work week. We'll explore how some companies are doubling productivity by cutting hours, while others are quietly reverting to 5 days after realizing, shocker, humans are still lazy. We'll look at the psychology behind why working less makes us focus more, the neuroscience of burnout. Spoiler, your brain hates Mondays too. Real-world results from global companies who dared to try. And finally, how you can adapt your workflow, even if your boss still thinks Slack messages count as team culture. By the end of this video, you'll have a practical framework to work less, earn more, and live like your Fridays are paid vacations. Let's go back in time. The 40-hour work week wasn't handed down by the productivity gods. It was designed by Henry Ford in 1926. Yep, the car guy. He realized his factory workers were more productive if they weren't half asleep at the assembly line. So he gave them weekends off, partly out of compassion, mostly because well-rested people buy more cars. Fast forward 100 years, and we're still stuck in the same system, even though most of us don't build cars anymore. We build spreadsheets, pitch decks, and sometimes our self-esteem. The problem: we're using an industrial age schedule to manage digital age brains. The result? Burnout, brain fog, and that mysterious phenomenon where every Zoom call could have been an email. Seriously, Karen, that could have been an email. Now here's where things get interesting, and a bit controversial. When the idea of the 4-day week hit mainstream business, executives everywhere went into panic mode. Won't people slack off? Who's going to answer customer calls on Fridays? My calendar looks empty. Am I dying? But then came the data. In 2019, Microsoft Japan ran a 4-day week experiment. Productivity? Up 40%. Meetings? Down 60%. Printer paper use? Down 58%, which probably saved an entire forest. Then came New Zealand, Iceland, the UK. And one by one, the results looked the same. Shorter weeks, happier people, same or higher output. But not everyone lived happily ever after. Some teams reported feeling rushed, cramming 5 days of work into 4. Others felt anxious, as if enjoying free time was illegal. And a few bosses just didn't get it. One CEO famously said, "If my team works less, how will I justify my yacht?" Ah yes, capitalism's eternal question. Let's talk neuroscience. But don't worry, we'll keep it fun. Your brain isn't a machine, it's more like a smartphone with 37 apps open. It overheats, it lags. Sometimes it needs a reboot, also known as a nap. Studies show your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for focus, performs best in short, intense bursts. After about 4 hours, it starts whispering, "I'm done," while your to-do list keeps shouting, "You're not." The 4-day week works because it forces focus. When you know time is limited, you prioritize ruthlessly. No more endless meetings titled "Weekly Sync to Plan Next Week's Sync." No more pretending to be busy at 4:57 p.m. just to look committed. Instead, people get things done and then actually live their lives. Here's the kicker. Companies that switched found employees volunteering to finish early. Because when freedom is the reward, motivation skyrockets. Turns out, humans don't need more hours. We need more meaning. Let's look at real-world stories, where the 4-day dream became real, or a hilarious mess. Case 1. Microsoft Japan employees worked 4 days a week, same pay. Result? 40% productivity boost. One manager said, "People stopped making PowerPoints for the sake of PowerPoints." Imagine that. A miracle. Case 2, Perpetual Guardian, New Zealand. A financial firm tested it for 8 weeks. Staff reported better mental health, fewer sick days, and higher loyalty. CEO Andrew Barnes said, "If you can't redesign work to fit 4 days, you have a management problem, not a time problem." Case 3, Startup Chaos Co. Yes, that's a real company. They tried the 4-day week, but forgot to tell clients. Turns out, customers get grumpy when you disappear on Fridays. Lesson learned: communication beats utopia. The funniest case? A small marketing agency reported that beer o'clock on Thursday became dangerously early. They now call it the 3.5-day work week. And honestly, I respect that. All right, you've laughed, you've nodded, maybe you've dreamed of Fridays in pajamas. Here's how to make it real, even if your boss still measures success by butt-in-chair time. Step 1. Audit your work. List your weekly tasks. Identify what actually moves the needle and what's just busy work. Spoiler, it's usually the meetings. Step 2. Batch deep work. Protect 2-3 hours a day for high-focus tasks. Mute Slack. Close tabs. Pretend you're in a productivity monastery. Step 3. Experiment with Fridays off. Start small. Work 4 longer days, then take Fridays for learning, planning, or rest. Measure results, not hours. Show your boss data, not dreams. You'll quickly see output doesn't drop. In fact, your creativity might double once your brain stops whispering, "Is it Friday yet?" Here's the truth. The 4-day work week isn't about laziness, it's about evolution. It's about realizing that productivity isn't about time. It's about energy, focus, and joy. And maybe, just maybe, it's about finally admitting that Friday never loved us back anyway. So here's my challenge. Try working smarter, not longer. Reclaim your time, your mind, and maybe even your Friday brunch. Because the future of work isn't 9 to 5. It's whenever you do your best work, and then go live your best life. Now go ahead, close that laptop. You've earned it. Unless it's Monday. In that case, carry on.